Katseye is going through it. From hiatuses to social media comments, there's a lot going on right now. Mind you, it's only February. But don't worry, there is a solution. The higher-ups need to work fast before it's too late. Here's how to save Katseye. Hey, it's Chikesea. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Subscribe and stick around. I've been in the K-pop sphere now for nearly a decade, and the pop culture sphere for even longer. Adding the fact that I'm also studying international relations, I think I know a thing or two about the global market. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers have been saying this, but that journal isn't working, so I'm gonna be speaking to y'all. Okay, let's fill in the people who don't know. We're in the past now. Katseye is a 6-member group under HYBE and Geffen Records. They were formed via a survival show of over 120,000 applicants. Yeah. And they have a documentary showcasing a glimpse of that process. A point of opinion here, I don't think the documentary paints any of the members necessarily well. It functions as a view into the K-pop training system, which the group was based on or trained with, and the brutality that can come with it. So keep that in mind if you go and watch it. From eldest to youngest, we have Mano, Sophia, Daniela, Lara, Megan, and Yuche. They reach all corners of the earth by nationality and ethnicity. I'll list them now. The diversity of the group obviously is something that has never been seen before and is undeniably their greatest asset. It needs to be tapped into though, but we'll get to that in a second. Katseye does not have any official positions to my knowledge, but from what we've seen and how they operate as a group, it sort of functions like this. So far, they've released 2 EPs, Sis, Soft is Strong, and Beautiful Chaos. The group doesn't have a signature sound just yet, but they have dabbled in a lot of genres, pop, Latin, experimental, etc. Perfect, so now you're all informed, let's get to the present. HYBE x Geffen recently announced a temporary hiatus of the group's center Manon, citing need to focus on health and well-being. This is exactly what the fans don't want to see. In doing so, they are jeopardizing Katseye. Quite literally. Adding insult to injury, the public was already not very receptive of their last release, which leans towards the experimental side. If you've heard of Katseye, I'm sure you've heard of Gnarly. They recently had a similar song titled Internet Girl, and that was not a fan favorite. A point of opinion here, I fear management is operating under a K-pop mindset and feeding it to a now global audience, and that's where the disconnects in their group entirely are arising. While hiatuses aren't uncommon in the K-pop industry, in the Western industry, it breaks groups. The global public isn't lenient. They'll entirely tune out. For good. For good. It's not a competition, but you bet there are many girl groups around the corner waiting to fill a vacant spot for popularity. That is what the business of the music industry is. So now we're thinking about the future. So how can we prevent this upcoming train wreck? I got you. Firstly, we need to proceed as 6. Given all news as of now says that this hiatus is temporary. So that is the plan and should be the plan. I don't know what mindset we could be under where we think that the group will prosper as 5 or as less than 6. I don't even play like that. The public, they don't even play like that actually. For success in the Western market, it's mandatory. It's mandatory. It's not an option. It's mandatory that they finish their 7-year contracts together, or however long the contracts are. Without doing so, the public, especially casual listeners who aren't already K-pop listeners and carried over, won't tune in. There's no need to. Why would they? The perfect opportunity to reintroduce Manon back into the group, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, but if I were management, I would reintroduce her during their Coachella performance, which is in a little more than a month from now, maybe 2 months-ish. Honestly, HYBE x Geffen could resolve all of the negative online discourse by setting a specific date of return so people aren't losing their minds online. Continuing, I see a great opportunity for Katseye to embrace their backgrounds as they started in Beautiful Chaos with Gabriella, which was a hit. But what about the rest of their album? I still got you. So far, Katseye has tried a lot of different styles throughout their albums, but personally, I think the best way for the group to continue is through pop R&B. There is an opening. There aren't any present girl groups that are as popular as Katseye in the pop R&B space, so it's a perfect opportunity for them to enter and thrive with minimal competition, or as little competition as you can get in the music industry. Think Tate McRae meets SZA, right? Katseye would be able to dabble in cultural music, a song with Ghanaian influence, a song with Indian influence, a song with Filipino influence, etc., and sprinkle that throughout their albums and shape the rest of their works around a group artistry that supports their performance style of heavy vocals, heavy dance. As you can see in the concerts of Tate McRae and SZA, both of them have very engaging sets, and Katseye could also take from that and implement into their own. Someone should hire me. I would be a great manager. Like, Come on. Back to this point that I was speaking about operating in a K-pop mindset. In the K-pop industry, groups' concepts are very heavily dictated by the higher-ups within a company, and they are executed to the T. This, however, doesn't work in the global market. Much of the appeal of current pop stars is their own creative vision. Giving Katseye the agency to determine what their group looks like and what songs they put out, even if that's in combination with picks from management, would allow the group to explode in popularity, even beyond what we've seen right now. That Grammy is literally yours with the 6 members and their own artistic vision. It seems so clear to me. The path of success for Katseye is laid right in front of all of us. We can all see it. Perhaps it just needs to be articulated and executed properly. I don't have a huge platform, so I can only hope that this reaches the people it needs to reach. Bring back all 6 members of Katseye ASAP and get it running. Because I need to see a global group of this diversity, of this skill set, of this passion succeed. Like, who doesn't love a good underdog story? We have 6 aspiring artists who want to change the world in their own way, and they can. But the clock is ticking, and people online are getting rowdy. Not me, though. Thanks for listening to my journal entry. I will see y'all.